Hello, everyone. Welcome to Something to Talk About. We are going to be covering Xhondo Dhoru. But first, I would like to say, hey, everybody! How's it going? Welcome to Something to Talk About. My name is Taco. And yeah, you know what this is? This is my Song of Ice and Fire lore. I'm covering Xhondo Dhoru, and I'm also covering Taco Nestoris later on in the week. I'm calling it my Essos week, although this guy's from the Summer Islands, but we meet him in Bravos, whatever. Here are the rules of what I'm doing here. Here's what's going on. Pause it to read it if you would like, but honestly, let's just move, man. Let's get into Xhondo Dhoru, and yeah, that's how you say it. That's how I'm gonna say it. So yeah, Xhondo Dhoru is a mate. And on the summer, I'm already messing up. It's a mate on the Summer Islander ship, the Cinnamon Wind, which is a swan ship. Xhondo is very large and has black skin like all Summer Islanders. Xhondo wears a colorful feather cloak. While ashore, he is his is black and scarlet. His cloak. He speaks many languages, including the common tongue, though not as well as his fellow crewman Kajo Mo. The word fuck is the first word Xhondo learned in the common tongue. He's very fond of it, and he lacks of vocabulary, he makes up for in volume. Yeah, I like Xhondo already. I don't know if I should have said that word so quickly, but it came up right away. So here we go. Yeah, I love Xhondo. I just like this idea of this big, huge, lovable, huggable. Does he just want to hug him? I just want to hug him. He looks like he gives good hugs. Okay, so Xhondo does not have a house. Normally, the second slide we cover houses, but he doesn't have a house. We're just going to talk about the Summer Islands. So, Summer Isles, the Summer Isles, sometimes called the Summer Islands, are a large archipelago located in south of Westeros and Essos. It's not south of. Oh yeah, it's south of Essos. Okay, and west of Sothorios and Nath. The islands, which number more than 50, separate the Sunset Sea to the west and the Summer Island to the east. The three largest islands by far from north to south are Wallano, Obaru, and Jahala, all of which are larger than the Stepstones. Yeah, they're big houses or big islands. The Smiling Sea divides Wallano and Obaru, and the third Indigo Strait divides Umbaru and Jahala. You guys writing this down? 9 out of every 10 islanders live on Jahala, Arabu, and Wallano. They are the biggest, which the latter being the most populous. Good old Wallano. I hope you guys are paying attention. The Summer Islanders are strong and tall and handsome people eager to learn. Their skin color includes a nut brown, teak, ebony, and polished jet. Their hair and eyes are black eyes. They speak the summer tongue and often wear capes of brightly colored feathers. While ashore, the common tongue can have a amber liquid accent when spoken by an islander. Their diet consists primarily of fruit and fish. There you go. Summer Islands. Yeah. The more you know, right? All right, let's talk about Xhondo himself. The Happy Port. This is where we meet him. So he comes into our story towards, I think, midway through Feast for Crows, right? Midway through Sam's story. So he's a Samwell character. Yeah. So the Happy Port, during Samwell's trip to Old Town, the boat carrying Sam, Gilly, Maester Aemon, and the singer of the Night's Watch named Darren stop in Bravos. It also leaves them because Aemon is sick. They get left in Bravos, so all of them. Aemon is sick and rambling about Dany and her dragons, wanting to know more information. Darren, sorry, was I calling him Darren? Darren ditches Sam with sick Aemon to go marry a sex worker. I'm not covering all of Darren right now. If you guys want me to cover Darren, I could. But yeah, he goes to marry the sailor's wife, and that's it. Is it sailor's wife or sailor wife's daughter? You guys know what's up. Darren leaves. Okay. It was his wife. All right. Frustrated, Samwell Tarly confronts and fights Darren, in the Happy Port, after Darion claims he is giving up the Night's Watch and abandoning Samwell, Gilly, and Maester Aemon, during the fight, Sam is thrown out into the canals where he almost drowns. Yeah, so what did I say there? So the singer wants to just hang out in Bravos. He doesn't want to be part of the Night's Watch anymore. And Sam confronts him about it. And then he gets his butt kicked and he gets tossed in the canal. But turns out Captain the Canal sees and takes care of the singer. So don't worry about that. That's not what we're covering here. If you want me to cover him, let me know. So, yeah, he gets tossed into the water. And then Xhondo, who had watched the fight while playing tiles in the brothel, dives into the canal after him, pulls Sam from the canal, and pounds the water from his lungs. Xhondo then tells Sam that he knows about the dragons and the information that Sam has been looking for on behalf of Maester Aemon. So Xhondo's like, oh, dude, I know about him. I'll tell you about him. So that's our introduction to big old Xhondo. I love Xhondo. Save Sam. Weird connection between Xhondo and Hyle Hunt is they've both saved Sam from drowning. I thought about that as I was putting this one together because I made a Hyle Hunt video. Go check it out. And yeah, they both have once saved Sam from drowning. Hyle Hunt, Xhondo, best friends, I bet. Okay. So the Soil Cloak. So now they go on to the Cinnamon Wind. Xhondo's information about Daenerys Targaryen and her dragons, which he had seen in Karth. So the ship he's on, the Cinnamon Wind, which we're about to cover, was in Karth, and he actually saw the dragons. Okay. Helps revise Aemon from his illness. So just information about Dany helps Aemon kind of get like a second wind, right? And Sam arranges passage on the Cinnamon Wind to Old Town for himself, Gilly, and Maester Aemon. Xhondo translates for Korumo, the captain of the Cinnamon Wind, regarding Sam's payment for the ship or for the trip, which ends up being almost all that Sam possesses, including books meant for the Citadel, as well as Sam working as a crewman on the ship. Sam also gives Xhondo his sword and scabbard in repayment for the feather cloak that he ruined when Xhondo had to dive into the canal to save him. Yeah, Xhondo lost his cloak. He dived into the well, or in the canal, not the well, the canal to save him. So Sam had to give him his sword and also give all these books, we'll get back to him, to the captain. And he had to work as a ship hand in order for them to finally make it to Old Town. So this is when Jon Snow sends Maester Aemon because of his dragon blood, kind of getting him away from Stannis, and then sends Sam to become the new Maester, and sends Gilly with Gilly's baby, not really Gilly's baby, again to get them away from Stannis and Melisandre. So this is how he gets to Old Town. He just trade all these books and stuff. So, yeah, another Soiled Cloak. See, I named the last one Soiled Cloak, and this is another Soiled Cloak. I'm clever. After Maester Aemon's funeral, Xhondo has the crew open a cask of spiced rum to drink to his memory. Southern Islanders have sex to honor the dead? Okay. I'm in. And Xhondo would have gone with Kaja Mo, the daughter of Cora Mo, the captain, but instead she takes care of Gilly's baby. Not really Gilly's baby. She does take care of her to give her and Sam a chance to be intimate. So yeah, so they do a funeral for Maester Aemon when Maester Aemon dies. They all drink some wine. They end up shoving Maester Aemon's body into a cask of wine, or not wine, rum. Rum is what they're drinking. Rum is where they put him. And then the daughter of the ship, who Xhondo likes, she takes Gilly's baby to, Gilly's baby. The baby isn't in quotation marks. Gilly's in quotation marks. It is a baby. So Sam and Gilly can have time together. So, yeah. Good old Xhondo's like, all right, I won't celebrate death by sex until Sam and Gilly get to hang out. So yeah, I do love that religion. I would be a little less of an atheist if the religion was just a lot more love making based, like the Summer Islanders. I don't need religion to make love, though. I just do that on my own. All right, do it on my own. Below deck, Sam and Gilly have sex. Whoa! Although he is consumed by guilt by forsaking his vows. See, another Soil Cloak. He soiled his black cloak, right? After Xhondo's cloak got soiled. Come on, guys. I'm a professional. Afterwards, Sam tries to avoid Gilly until Xhondo drags him to Koja, and they corner him and tell him that what he and Gilly did was considered holy in the Summer Islands, the way of honoring the dead by celebrating life. Kojo advised Sam and Gilly. Kojo advises Sam and Gilly. Sorry, I'm reading my own notes wrong. Kojo advises Sam that Gilly knows they can never be man and wife, but there was nothing wrong with them comforting each other on the long journey. Sam is persuaded, but perhaps it's because Kojo threatens to throw him overboard if he does not continue sleeping with Gilly. Awesome. So yeah, I agree. A vow is a vow, but his mentor just died, and it's been a long, really trying journey, and they like each other. There's nothing wrong with that. I agree with Xhondo Dhoru and Kojo Kojo Mo that they didn't do anything wrong. All right, so ending the journey. As the Cinnamon Wind approaches Old Town, Xhondo and Sam view the wreckage of the sea battle in the Whispering Sound. Sam wonders who would be so mad to raid so close to Old Town, and Xhondo points out a half-sunken longship with a banner they do not recognize. The banner is described as Euron Greyjoy's. Dun, dun, dun. After Sam departs the Cinnamon Wind, he encounters Marwyn the Mage, and after telling the Mad Maester his story, Marwyn intends to take the Cinnamon Wind, so this ship, hoping to reach Dany prior to the Grey Sheep, as he calls the other Archmaesters. What did I say? So Samwell makes it to Old Town, and then he goes and tells Marwyn the Mage the whole story, and Marwyn's like, don't trust the Grey Sheep. They killed dragons last time. I'm going to get onto the ship that you had, and I'm going to go get Dany. That's pretty much what he said. My impression's spot on. All right, guys? I'm a professional. So Marwyn jumps on the ship. Yeah, so though I didn't have a lot to cover for Xhondo, he's going to be important later on because we know this whole ship's going to be in later books because they're carrying Marwyn the Mage. Marwyn the Mage is important. He's important. All right, so let's talk about the Ship of Mysteries. So, I couldn't... All right, why am I going to say what I have written here? But I usually cover theories for my last thing, or any type of symbolism or connection I can find. But I couldn't find much about Xhondo specifically, but I found a huge Reddit post by Anali about the Cinnamon Wind. If interested, I suggest you seek it out. I can give you very, very, very sparky spark notes. So this is a small summary. This was like a huge post. Okay. The post mentions the crew and the type of ship, then the possibilities that Aemon's body might still be on board along with Gilly and the baby as Marwyn takes the ship. Yeah, we don't know if they got off. We're pretty sure they did, but we don't know. Maybe Marwyn gets on and he's like, we got to leave now. And they're like, we have Maester Aemon. And he's like, really? Keep him. That might happen. I don't know. So as far as we know, it could have got off it. So along with Gilly and Marwyn, as Marwyn takes the ship, also covers the, quote, rare books Sam traded for the ride. So there is very important books on this boat. It is very possible that he had a copy of Septim Barth's Dragons, Worms, and Wyverns, Their Unnatural History, because it is hinted that he was reading that to Aemon. He does state he has a book from Septim Barth, and he does read about unnatural stuff. It could be that book, and that book's super important because it's a bastion of knowledge about dragons. Marwyn's headed over to see Dany. He's got a very important dragon book and Maester Aemon's corpse, which could be important. I don't know. Where was I? There is a ton more that they wrote, but Marwyn heading to Dany with that book and possibly Aemon himself is interesting. Link for the post below, if I remember. We'll see. I should remember. Okay, but that's it. That's what we got for good old Xhondo Dhoru. Yeah, not a big character, but I really wanted to cover the Cinnamon Wind because I do think this boat's going to be very important later on. And I like that he saved Sam's life and he's this big jolly guy. I wish I could find more art for him. I only could find that one. But yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe and check out all the other lore stuff I have all over. I've been covering at least 2 a week, sometimes 3 a week of A Song of Ice and Fire characters. So yeah. All right, get out of here and go sail to Karth.